Well, folks, it's about that time. And Koshi wants to know, what is the bigger curse, Ghost Rider or Spawn? But usually if you're not someone like Johnny Blaze, being a Ghost Rider doesn't seem that bad. Most people who turned into Ghost Rider and made the deal basically became heroes. Since the dawn of time, there's always been a spirit of vengeance to fight for the innocent. Whether they were fighting for people's freedom as a slave or fighting to protect their people, there was a Ghost Rider there. Throughout history, most Ghost Riders have stood for something, and that was justice. A good bit of them became more powerful than the person who gave them that power in the first place. Plus, you don't always have to make a deal with the devil to become a Ghost Rider. Plus, I could use all the powers and still look like me. But Spawn without his mask looks like this. No amount of supernatural power is worth being this ugly. And you got this disgusting freak in your ear every day reminding you you ain't shit. His job is to make sure that you remember that your life is shit and it's time for you to bring forth the apocalypse. Because remember, you made a deal and Malbosia is the one to collect. Spawn is worse. Well, folks, it's about that time, and Koshi wants to know, what is the bigger curse, Ghost Rider or Spawn? But usually if you're not someone like Johnny Blaze, being a Ghost Rider doesn't seem that bad. Most people who turned into Ghost Rider and made the deal basically became heroes. Since the dawn of time, there's always been a spirit of vengeance to fight for the innocent. Whether they were fighting for people's freedom as a slave or fighting to protect their people, there was a Ghost Rider there. Throughout history, most Ghost Riders
Alright, hello everyone. Hello. I hope you all are well. Now, since we are going to be doing something new today, we are going to be doing Deltarune. Now, this is something that, like, I know of Deltarune. I played Undertale, but I have not gone through the whole game. I downloaded it, but I haven't gotten into the actual series yet. Let me make sure my mic is working. Test 1, test 2, yes we good. Alright, we got some videos to check out though, so let's do it.
Dead game from any season you like.
Now, the odds that you would specifically think about Katja are extremely low. This is because she is, without a doubt, one of the most overlooked characters in the entire franchise.
Yeah, Katja, man, she deserved a lot better. The fact that, like, you could argue that, like, Lee was the leader that stepped up, but I think, like, Katja was, like, the underrated, like, heart of the group. Because she was always so good and kind to everybody that when she finally did die, it was just such a huge shock because nobody expected this to happen. And she definitely wanted the best for people. She wanted the best for everybody. She looked after everybody, but nobody really looked to her. Yeah, you know what I mean?
But why and how did this even happen? Because from everything we know about her, she is single-handedly one of the most important characters ever written by Telltale. And in this video, I'm going to prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. So without further ado, let's get to work. When thinking about the end of days, corpses literally rising from the ground, we would all love to believe that we'd be Clementine, Rick, Negan, maybe even Carver. The truth is, if you're watching this video on a convenient device like an iPhone or an RGB gaming computer, you and I would probably be dead within the first 2 months. Let's all be honest with ourselves. Yep. Most of us have never even seen another person die, let alone walk toward us with their flesh rotting off. Most of us have never been placed in a situation where our child slowly succumbs to an unknown disease in front of our very eyes. But one character has, and that character is Katja. Many of you probably only know her for being Kenny's wife, or maybe you vaguely remember that she ended her own life after her son Duck passed the point of no return with the wildfire virus. But the most important aspect of her character that many miss is that the hints of her demise were already pretty obvious from episode 1. She's the only character who not only is honest about her fear, but is honest about her fear of what people, us, are becoming. Really think about it. Her son almost dies at Herschel's farm, and she, through no fault of her own, is kicked out by Herschel. Then, when her son almost dies again, Larry argues for her son to be thrown out to die, and even threatens to get physical to do so. She's then forced to live with this man and his daughter. A few months later,
honestly, I blame a lot of the stuff that happens on Larry just because he was such an asshole. But it's another thing of, like, Lily could have stood up to her dad at one point or another, but no, she kind of, like, just enabled a lot of the bad shit he was doing. Because everybody's already miserable as it is, and yet somehow you're gonna make it even worse? Okay, Larry.
Son is tricked into consuming human meat. Then bandits who kidnap and murder children become a huge problem. So her husband argues to heavily arm all of the adults directly in front of a 10-year-old boy. And with all that being said, he still gets bitten, forcing her to watch him slowly die in front of her. This isn't even mentioning the fact that at the St. John's Dairy, she's held hostage at gunpoint by Brenda. Not only does she have to watch her son get repeatedly traumatized but she's repeatedly traumatized as well. This is probably one of the most tragic parental stories in the history of gaming. And while Kenny gets Lee to discuss things with and decompress, Katja is quite literally abandoned by everybody.
Yeah.
The one time Lee does speak to her, she questions if this new world is even worth living in.
Gotcha.
Everything keeps changing.
Hence why her death was already set in stone. She lived for one thing, and it was her son. Now, to be very clear, suffering and being unable to adapt is not what makes a character realistic.
Yeah, it's not like Sarah in some instance, because I will agree that one thing like Sarah, I wish they had kept her alive. That way she could have been more of a foil to Clementine. Well, I guess she was. I don't know, it felt like so heartless for them to kill off Sarah when she never even had a chance to grow. She never even really fired a gun until that point. And you can blame that on Carlos and pretty much everybody else in the group for not being realistic enough to say, you know what, if she doesn't learn, she's gonna get killed. In fact, Clementine's the one who brings it up, that, you know what, you can't protect her forever from this world. And everybody's like, no, you don't understand, you don't understand. It's like, no, we do understand. It's just the fact that you are just, I don't know, blind or not willing to accept the new reality of the situation.
And it's not the sole reason Katja is a damn brilliant character. What makes her uniquely perfect is that she's one of the only characters to actually stop and think about the situation she's in, and even how other people have treated her. The dots she connects aren't that monsters are taking over the world, it's that the monsters are creating tyrants. Tyrants who kidnap and abuse children, tyrants who kill and consume each other. The real shock in The Walking Dead isn't actually the wildfire virus, it's what it does to the living. Katja is the living embodiment of the entire franchise's message. She sees the world for what it is, and maybe even imagined a world where a 10-year-old duck would have to go through everything Clementine did in Season 2, and decided it's just not worth it. That she was already dead. The Walking Dead. Okay, my bad, seriously, that was all.
Ryan gave up at school.
No, I can
He was
definitely
lacking focus.
understand that
He didn't
mindset.
care. Right here.
But my main point still stands. In the comics, Rick Grimes quite literally says, "Don't you get it? We are the Walking Dead." And the only person who really seems to understand that in the games is, you guessed it, Katja. Like I always do in my character essays, I tend to look at a character's impact beyond their screen time. And I try to find characters who are even remotely similar to them,
Okay, yeah, Sarah I can see similar. Kate maybe. Can't remember her name. I think this is Bajit, if I remember right. For me, Sarah was probably the biggest tragedy out of everybody because, like I said, she could have been like the next Clementine. She could have been like Clementine's best friend in the apocalypse. But then, like, after everything that happened, like, they sheltered her. They, instead of trying to teach her, you know what, this is how you have to survive. You have to do this, you have to do that. You have to learn how to protect yourself because not everybody's going to be around to protect you. But they didn't, and she wound up, like, shutting down. And she either dies because you abandoned her in the trailer park, or she dies because the building, not the building, the balcony falls apart. Kate, on the other hand, I think she was a decent survivor. We didn't really see her do much outside of like this stuff. Kind of really relied on Javi and David to do a lot of the stuff for her.
argue, well, anything. The truth is, with Katja, that's very difficult. She dies at the perfect time for a character like her. Not too early into the apocalypse, but not far enough in that everybody who's still alive has simply come to accept what the world is, thus decreasing the chance of a Katja figure appearing in later seasons. She's a limited time story, one that could only ever really take place early into an apocalypse setting. That said, Telltale did try and fail to tell a similar story with Sarah.
Yeah, like, honestly, they could have done Sarah way, way better in the game. Not a bad character, just feels very unfleshed out. Because she only really exists to die, but they never show Sarah wanting to be better, wanting to learn how to use guns or things like that, but she just shuts down. I mean, they kind of do, but they never really teach her. We don't really see her try and fend for herself, so it doesn't really hurt as much. Katja was just such out of the blue when she died that it stuck with us.
When you really think about it, the apocalypse truly only began for Sarah after she was forced outside of the cabin her dad had locked her away in. And what we see is basically the total annihilation of her character almost immediately. She's abused, abandoned, traumatized, and in the end also wants to give up. If you force her not to, she dies anyway. The reason I bring up Sarah in an essay about Katja is because it's a pretty direct mirror of what Katja saw could happen to her and opted out of. People were already getting brutal, but imagine if she had to face Carver. Why would you even want to be alive for that? Why would she want to see her husband slowly turn colder and colder, when even in season 1 he's arguing for a teenager to be dropped to his death?
To be fair, Ben was also asking for her to be dropped, and he was dealing with a lot of things. So, I will argue for like a lot of things. Like, Ben was a good kid, but he was really, really stupid. Like, beyond dumb. And yeah, you can argue that being a kid. But there's also a thing of like, he didn't realize like how badly his actions, he didn't think what would happen. Like, he didn't bring up the fact that like the bandits had lied to him and were basically blackmailing him. They could have prepared better. He hid that up until it got Duck and Katja killed. And yes, you can lay those deaths directly at Ben's feet, because even though Katja chose to go out the way she did, she probably wouldn't have been put in the situation if she didn't lose her son. Like I said, Ben, good kid, but bad survivor.
With all of this being said, I think that
Like, he didn't even really do anything. He never really grew as a survivor compared to like everybody else.
true horror of Katja's character, and why nobody really wants to talk about her, is that she poses a pretty complicated and dark question. What actually even is the point of living in a world that only brings you misery and trauma? When is it actually okay to decide, hey, good luck everybody else, but I'm out? That question requires a deeply philosophical answer that I can't really provide, at least not without bias from my own opinions. Sure, Kenny says you stick it out for the ones you love.
You don't just end it because it's hard. You stick it out, and you help the folks you care about.
But what if that means watching them starve? Watching them become monsters too? Why would you stick around to see the people closest to you become total strangers? I guess what I'm really trying to say with all of this is that Katja is an extremely underrated character. I'd put her in the same league as Chuck, a character who defines a very important worldview in a genre that tends to be super one-track. Just like Chuck,
I love Chuck. I wish he lived longer. But honestly, he didn't have like a lot of camaraderie with everybody in like the 1 to 2 episodes he was in. But he was a good character. Like, he kind of gave everybody that wake-up call that you're not always going to be around to save or protect Clementine. You got to teach her how to protect herself should anything happen to you, you know?
this makes her hard to understand. It also makes her boring to many regular players, because philosophical characters who keep to themselves aren't exactly profile picture literally me material. Perhaps the greatest compliment I can give Katja's character is that her writing worked a little bit too well. The quiet suffering mother who would be ignored actually was ignored by a lot of people. And if you're in a post-apocalyptic world where your existence may as well not matter, then once you lose the last thing you cared about, non-existence doesn't feel much different anymore. This video was chosen by and wouldn't be possible without
We got one more
Mark.
video I want to check out.
Outside the gates of
Alright, the
Thorny
Milkman
Tower.
Conspiracy. If you guys don't know, Psychonauts is one of my favorite games ever. Just the writing and everything. But also, it's a fact of like, this was a game that I believed so much in that I actually believed that it would be a success, that I actually became a backer for
Is
it.
home for the disturbed. We meet Boyd Cooper,
I love
dressed
Boyd.
in a security guard uniform and scribbling odd things on the wall. Boyd Cooper is certifiably just a little bit crazy. That is why he's at the asylum in the first place. But for right now, he is the one thing blocking Raz's path to rescuing Lily. And you know, the other campers as well. Not only is Boyd a physical block in the game, he also represents the one and only level block in Psychonauts. In order to beat Boyd's mind, you have to have invisibility unlocked, which you don't get until Psi rank 30. So, for those who haven't been searching for every figment or completing the Psi scavenger hunt, this might be an obstacle. But thankfully for me, I'm already way over level by the time I reached this point. You also will need the cobweb duster as well in order to make it through the level. For those that do reach this point though, and you're under-leveled or under-equipped to get through, which I definitely did a few times when I was a kid, now is actually a great opportunity to go back across Lake Oblongata to the other worlds we've explored and level up some more, so you're ready to take on the mind of Boyd Cooper. One of, if not the most infamous level in Psychonauts, the Milkman Conspiracy.
I am the Milkman.
Speaking of other levels,
My milk is
hi,
delicious.
it's me, Andy, the creator of this video. This is your reminder that this is actually part 6 in a series of deep dives about the many minds and locations of Psychonauts. If you haven't seen the other parts, you can find them in the playlist link in the description below, or it'll probably appear in the top corner, probably that corner over there. But you can keep watching on now, or go back and watch at your own leisure. Also, this is your once per video reminder that there will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't played the game and you don't want to be spoiled, then go play the game right now. I'm literally begging you. And now, let's take a deep dive into the spiraling mind of Boyd Cooper. It's kind of funny. Going back in time, one of my earliest YouTube videos I ever made while I was still in college was about this exact level. Nearly 6 years ago, I was still making videos covering Psychonauts, albeit on a different channel with a slightly different frame of mind. But I guess it just shows that time is kind of a loop. Or maybe it's a spiral. Now, if you try to get into the asylum, Boyd will kind of just talk to you and ramble all crazy like. So, Raz has to sneak his way into Boyd's mind using the psycho portal that he stole.
I found that out completely
I
by
think this is
accident.
actually a great point to have a conversation about the ethics of Psychonauts because, well, this definitely feels like a little bit of a gray area. While Raz is going about this with goodwill in mind, sneaking into someone's mind without permission feels very, very sketchy. Psychonauts 2 has a great level that discusses the ethics and the importance of consent when it comes to entering and potentially changing a person's mind. The first 3 minds that Raz visits in Psychonauts, Oleander, Sasha, and Mia, all 3 invite Raz into their minds. Think of it like vampire rules almost. They set up the mental doorway, which is literally a door that you slap onto your own head or someone else's head to enter into their mind. Following the final excursion into the brain tumbler, when Sasha gets called away on official Psychonauts business, Raz actually pockets that little doorway, something which Cruller actually calls him out on before going into Lungfishopolis. Now, that's already just a little morally sketchy for sure, but it serves the story because in the end it does allow Raz to help people in their minds. But when it comes to actually entering other people's minds, there is no real code of ethics that Raz knows at this point. Presumably, it is the kind of thing that will be talked about at camp, you know, if things didn't get out of hand so fast. But since that discussion hasn't been had, for Raz at least, it feels acceptable to sneak up behind Boyd and slap the mental doorway onto his neck, which allows Raz to go into his mind.
Not until 2 that he learns the
game doesn't
of messing
delve
with
into
someone's
it
head.
mainly because it is a game, and dwelling too much on ethics would probably bog things down a bit. Just like me, right now, bogging down this deep dive talking about ethics, when all you really want to hear about is the Milkman Conspiracy. But I promise you, we will get there. But please just let me have this soapbox for one moment, because I think the ethics of it all is pretty fascinating. I think it's very safe to assume that Raz isn't thinking about the ethics at this moment, and for the rest of the game. He is a child after all, and he hasn't learned those lessons yet, which is why it is an important point in Psychonauts 2 that Raz learns ethics and consent, especially because he can't carry his cavalier attitude into the real world after his camp adventure. But I do think that ethics were on the dev's mind in this game, at least to a certain extent. Case in point, the psychic doorway, called the Psycho Portal. If Raz tries to use the portal on a camper, there's actually a pop-up that explains some pretty fascinating details. The Psycho Portal was actually developed with ethics in mind because it tells us that due to quote-unquote Section 3 Paragraph 1 of the Young Minds Protection Act, the Psycho Portal can't be used on children at all. It's for their own safety, which I think is a small bit of fascinating detail in the world that adds some amount of humanity to the Psychonauts. For right now, we don't actually know a lot about the Psychonauts as an organization. We know that they send agents on missions to conduct psychic warfare, but where is the line in the sand on that? At what point does psychic warfare become a crime? But that is a much longer discussion that probably won't lead to any answers for the time being. For now though, and going forwards, I think it is safe to assume that Raz is operating outside the Psychonauts' code of ethics out of ignorance and not out of malice. Now that we've had that discussion, I won't need to bring it up again, and Raz can start to explore some truly shattered minds. Okay, soapbox time over. Thank you for letting me ramble a little bit. Now, let's officially talk about the Milkman conspiracy. Boyd. Where do I start with Boyd? I think that a lot of people consider the Milkman conspiracy to be their favorite level. Not me, but a lot of people do. Whether it's because of the extremely creative world design, the absurdist take on conspiracy theory culture, the hilarious writing, really, it could be any of those things. There is something truly special about the Milkman conspiracy. I think for certain the level stands out because after the first several mines in the game, the Milkman conspiracy is a look at true insanity, haunted by inner demons, a neurotic nature, and of course, Girl Scouts. The Milkman conspiracy is the first of 4 levels that I think play on real-life mental illnesses, which have been exacerbated by the presence of Citanium in the area. Now, before I go over this, please know that I am not a doctor, so my diagnosis is purely speculative and not actual medical advice. I don't have a medical degree, and if I did, do you think I would have time to make videos like this? Well, maybe, but that's besides the point. In my purely unprofessional opinion, Boyd is suffering from some sort of paranoid schizophrenia. In this case, he is obsessed with someone called the Milkman.
One thing I do love about like everybody within Psychonauts, like they all kind of have their own thing. Like probably one of my favorite levels is Mia Vidello's level, where unless you completely are aware of it, there's a part where you go into her mind and you actually see that she actually harbors some guilt where there was an orphanage she was working at and all the kids died, but like she could hear them calling out to her psychically.
And is constantly afraid that someone is out to get him while he works to uncover who the Milkman is and why his milk is so delicious. When we first enter the Milkman conspiracy, we hear Boyd's insane ramblings about various conspiracies, including the milk industry, the government, and any number of other conspiracy cliches. The level is also full of other references, and I will point a few of those bigger ones out as we go. In Boyd's fridge, we unlock the second to last psi ability in the game, Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is actually one of the earliest abilities we learn about in the game by talking with Nils following basic braining, where we see him attempt to use clairvoyance on a squirrel to see inside the girl's cabin. I also already went over clairvoyance in pretty big detail while discussing Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp and the fact that every character there sees Raz differently through the ability. In this case though, and throughout the whole level, we're going to be using clairvoyance as a tool to see the world through Boyd's eyes, or through other characters' eyes to help us untangle the madness. Through Boyd's eyes, we can see his conspiracy map, which looks like one of those classic yarn boards with everything strung together haphazardly. We also learn that the milkman is dead. But of course, Boyd doesn't believe it, which is another conspiracy in of itself. And finally, we're actually able to enter the full world of the milkman conspiracy, which is a lot. The quest is simple. Boyd wants us to go find where the milkman is buried and dig up his grave to see what is really there. But as soon as we walk out the door, we are met with a truly mad mind. Boyd's mind is depicted as a suburban neighborhood with cul-de-sacs and neatly trimmed hedges. Oh, and there is the fact that it's just massively spiraling outwards into space like some sort of eldritch nightmare. That part is important too.
It's how
I love
Boyd
the design of the
perceives his
Milkman
world around
conspiracy
him.
because not only does it perfectly reflect the mind of Boyd Cooper in a way that's easily understandable, it also feels like a great representation of mental illness in general. I can't speak for everyone, of course, but as someone with generalized anxiety disorder, I can speak for myself here and share that I know what it feels like to spiral, to overthink and doubt, and
Not
the
just
layout
that, but if you look everywhere, there's like cameras, eyes watching you.
Boyd's brain represents that feeling perfectly. I assume that other people spiral in their own ways as well. It can happen with depression, or even things like drug abuse and alcoholism. Again, I am not a doctor, but the Milkman conspiracy perfectly encapsulates what it means to spiral. I think that outside of the level's comedy, the way that it manages to represent Boyd's mental health visibly is part of what makes the level so impactful. Of course, I don't want to understate the comedy of the level though. The premise of the level is that you need to travel through the neighborhood, which is full of secret agents, hidden cameras, fully explorable houses, and more, all while uncovering the truth of the Milkman. The idea of cameras and secret agents everywhere follows the idea that Boyd is suffering from paranoid schizophrenia, which is again exacerbated by the nearby Titanium. The cameras and agents represent the fact that he is constantly being watched and he thinks people are out to get him at every...
Not just that, but this is like one of the few levels like you have no sensors in. I don't think the sensors actually even pop out until like you actually find the milkman and wake him up, or find the squirt scouts, if I remember
return.
right.
And in a weird way, they actually are out to get him, at least in his own brain. To get around and avoid suspicion, Raz has to disguise himself using different items to blend in, allowing him to enter different restricted zones. For example, the first disguise we come across is a stop sign, which allows us to blend in as a road worker. Throughout the level, there are 8 different disguises, including
There's the
sewer worker,
assassin,
telephone line worker, gardener, mourner, and more. What's also interesting about the area, too, is that not every disguise is actually required to beat the level. Some items only block optional items, including figments and a permanent ammo boost. Hands down, some of the funniest dialogue in the entire game comes from the different secret agents trying to blend in. And
It's just
rather
that
than
deadpan
dissect that,
delivery.
I'm just going to give you a little sample of it right here. Like literally, I just wrote insert funny dialogue here in my script.
Look at that woman's breasts. They're large. Though I often smell of excrement, I deserve your respect because I provide a valuable service.
I am a grieving widow.
I am your sister in grief. Feces. I wish my loved one was not dead, but alive. Boo-hoo. When my husband drinks excessively, I may threaten him with this rolling pin, though we still love each other very much.
There are so many agents in the level, and you can just sit and listen to them as you go, and it is truly one of the best parts of the whole mind. It's infinitely quotable, but it will also make you sound insane to people who don't know what you're talking about. And if people don't know what you're talking about, just send them this video and then report back once they've watched it. That is your official Psychonauts mission. One other unique feature of Boyd's mind compared to the others is that we really don't do much fighting throughout the mine.
It's
The
just mostly
streets are
exploring.
completely free of sensors, which is an aspect we will see in another later mind. I think that it's due to Boyd's lack of control over his mind. Why would he need sensors to block things out? He's so focused on the milkman and the agents that the sensors just don't exist. Although, that isn't totally true.
Yep.
We do actually meet some of the sensors during a cutscene near the end of the level, and it seems that they're aligned with the secret agent.
Trying to
So
think
my
who
thought
else
is
the mind that doesn't really have the sensors. I think it might be... What's his name? I think it might be Oleander at the end when both your minds are together. Because both of your minds are together.
The sensors have basically been given a new work detail, so they aren't bothered by Raz's presence, because they're just hunting the milkman. It's certainly an oddity of Boyd's mind, but one that I think makes a lot of sense depending on how you look at it. The Milkman conspiracy also features a reoccurring mini-boss, Nightmares. I talked about these a tiny bit during Mia's dance party, where she keeps her personal demons locked up inside a toy trunk in a corner of her mind, but here in Boyd's mind, they are free to roam, and you actually have to fight them twice as they work to impede your mission to find the Milkman. The fights aren't very hard, you just need to whittle down their health until they eventually explode into little bombs, which are actually the heads of another enemy type seen throughout the game, personal demons, which have a tendency to blow up in your face if you aren't careful. You simply toss the personal demons back into the nightmare, finishing them off for good. As Crawler puts it, you're giving them a taste of their own medicine, which is interesting because it seems to imply that the nightmares cause the personal demons, but I feel like it should be the other way around, with the personal demons causing the nightmares, so I'm not sure, but the two are definitely related. We see personal demons often, like basically in every single level. However, nightmares only appear in two minds, Mia's and Boyd's. So, you might be wondering, why is Boyd so haunted? As it so happens, with every level in this game, you can learn a lot from the two memory vaults in the level, which show how Boyd ended up at the asylum and also why he's guarding the front gate. The first vault is out in the open, right by the cemetery where we will eventually attempt to dig up the Milkman. Titled, Boyd Fired Again, we learn that Boyd was once a security guard at a department store. One day, Boyd gets fired from his job, and in his rage, he turns several milk bottles into Molotov cocktails, firebombing the store and burning it to the ground. While the building burns, Boyd dances, clearly enjoying the scene. It's around here where I assume his mind just snapped. I'm not sure if it was before this when he was fired that caused it, or simply the joy of destroying the building that caused it. But the final slide shows Boyd being committed to the asylum. As a mildly interesting note, and I don't think this actually means anything necessarily, but in both Mia's mind and Boyd's mind, the nightmares are related to incidents involving fire, either the orphanage burning down for Mia, or Boyd burning down the department store. I think anyone can have nightmares, but it's interesting that in both cases in this game, they have to do with fires. In Boyd's second memory vault, which is much harder to reach and actually can't be gotten until basically the very end of the level because it requires the telephone line worker disguise, which is actually the last one you get. The memory vault is on an island way off the main path, only accessible by crossing phone lines, and it's sitting in a small playground on a floating island. The memory vault, titled Boyd Hired Again, shows how Coach Oleander met Boyd at the asylum, presumably while working with Dr. Lobato, and he hypnotizes Boyd so he'll stand guard at the front gate of the asylum. He also gives Boyd his security guard uniform back as well, hence the Hired Again part of the title. Part of the hypnosis that we see also involves Boyd being given milk and cookies, which shows the cause of his current obsession with finding the Milkman. However, due to Boyd's proclivity for all things conspiracy related, it seems to me that he already was the type to get sucked up in conspiracies even before the Milkman formed, and that also shows that Boyd's paranoid behavior also extends beyond the Milkman. So, Oleander's influence here is simply to use Boyd for his own needs, but Oleander didn't necessarily cause it to happen. So, while not inherently important to the plot or status of Boyd's mind, the vault does give us some extra details about the world and why Boyd is out there in the first place. Still clearly insane and scribbling. Okay, I've definitely gotten off track enough so far, so let's actually talk a bit about the process of the level and the mind itself. So, I mentioned how the level works earlier, basically making our way through the neighborhood, using disguises to sneak through restricted zones filled with agents. We basically have a few tasks, the first of which is to go grave rob the Milkman's grave. We talked a bit about ethics earlier, but at this point, those are a little bit besides the point. Or maybe it's okay because we're in Boyd's mind and he asked us to grave rob? Too many hypotheticals. We gotta focus on the milk. While the level can look pretty daunting at a glance, especially with all the spiraling streets, it's really not that big to go from the start all the way to the end of the level. What makes the level long though is the amount of back and forth movement you have to do, which normally I tend to dislike, and for some levels coming soon it feels more annoying, but in Boyd's mind, the back and forth nature feels like an extension of who he is. Imagine it like one of those yarned up conspiracy boards. Yarn often overlaps, going back and forth. It's a part of the craziness. Let me give an example. In Boyd's mind, in order to get the flowers needed to disguise ourselves as a widow to enter the graveyard, we first need to disguise ourselves as a road crew worker. Then we have to sneak around some sewer workers, go past the graveyard to a hedge maze, solve a little puzzle, which I will talk about in a second, then get the flowers and go back to the graveyard where we can finally rob the grave. It's a lot of steps for one simple task, but that adds to the madness of Boyd. It's all one big extension. Once we dig up the grave where we find no milk, we instead get a book, and before being captured by agents and subsequently teleported all the way back to the start of the level at Boyd's house, it's like that thing Voss says at the start of Far Cry 3, you know, the thing about insanity and repetition. Is that a retro reference at this point? That game came out 14 years ago, so it's almost there, but whatever. The point is, we're in for a lot of repetition, and what that means is having to switch costumes a lot to sneak through places. But at the same time, the design is really smart because by teleporting us back to the start, it allows us to revisit locations we may have skipped earlier with new disguises unlocked. Speaking of smart design, let's talk about that puzzle that I skipped over. In a similar vein to Lungfishopolis, where we are given a shield and then it becomes a key component of that level, the Milkman Conspiracy gives us clairvoyance, and it becomes the key to uncovering the truth of the Milkman. The game teaches you the different ways that clairvoyance can be used. As I mentioned earlier, we can use clairvoyance to see through the eyes
and then use clairvoyance in the final fight. Like, that's the only way you can win the final
of
fight.
Other characters, and some various inanimate creatures by using the ability directly on them. But there's another way the ability can be used, which is by channeling your psychic energy into an item that belongs to the other creatures, whatever they may be. During the small puzzle in the hedge maze, Raz gets a feather from a crow. Using clairvoyance, we can then see through the eyes of the crow as it flies above. The specifics of the puzzle aren't that important, but basically seeing through the eyes of the crow allows us to know that when one gate is open, the other one opens as well. What is more important though is the fact that the game is teaching us through experience. That is one thing that I think Psychonauts excels at. There are some pop-ups and explainers here and there, but for the most part, the game lets you learn by doing. Unless you take too long. Then Raz might say something to tip you off on what to do, which a lot of games do to prevent players from getting frustrated while being stuck.
Yep.
I love this kind of tutorialing. It just feels so much more natural than taking the player out of the game to teach them something. What I also love is that the level reincorporates the ideas it teaches us. Using clairvoyance on inanimate objects will be essential to beating the level's main boss, but more on that later. Okay, so I mentioned that in the grave we find a book before being teleported back to Boyd's house. Boyd deduces that the book belongs at the book depository, so we need to go there to find more information, which of course involves us needing more disguises. First off, Boyd hands us a gun. Don't worry, it's fake, but we also need a plunger to travel through the sewers.
Another thing that's funny about that is that, like, when you bring it up, it's I think Raz says something about the lines of, like, this gun is fake. I'm afraid the other assassins are going to, the other assassins say, don't worry, my gun is also fake.
And the plunger is of course located all the way at the very far end of the area inside the post office. As we travel to the post office, I figure I should also mention the other group living inside Boyd's mind, the Rainbow Squirts, basically a parody of Girl Scouts. Raz first meets them after venturing out from Boyd's house, where he creeps them out by asking weird questions about cookies and milk. Several of them can be found roaming around the neighborhood, but if you try to interact with them, they call you a creep and tell you to go away. The Rainbow Squirts will be important in a moment, but for now, back to the post office. The post office is Psychonauts' first roadblock. Inside, we encounter a mental cobweb blocking the path. This is the first point where the cobweb duster's actually required to progress, which means you'll need to cough up 800 arrowheads for it. From this point on, for the rest of the game, there are other mines that also require using the cobweb duster to progress. I think in terms of levels, the Milkman Conspiracy is basically the halfway point, and they make that fact abundantly clear by setting these roadblocks in the way. Once we have the plunger though, and we head back to the book depository, where we find numerous assassins milling about, but there is one assassin perched in the book depository shooting the others. If you're not an American history buff or a conspiracy theorist, this is a reference to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, who was shot by Lee Harvey Oswald, who was perched in the nearby book depository where he worked. Or was he? Nah, that's a different kind of video. In the book depository, which is also blocked by another mental cobweb, we learn the truth. The rogue assassin is a rainbow squirt who gets knocked.
That part always sends me. I'll be right back. Got it.
Out of the window and kamikazes herself before we can learn anything. It's extremely goofy and honestly just a tad messed up, but I digress.
It's hilarious.
With that last barrier out of the way, we can learn that the Milkman is being hidden at a house far away down the phone lines, which we can now cross with our final disguise, the phone repairman disguise. Now we encounter our second big roadblock, the level requirement. When we reach the house, we have to knock on the door, but if the Rainbow Squirt sees us, then she freaks out and slams the door in our face. So that is why we need invisibility. Simply knock on the door and sneak in when it opens. Now, we finally get to the culmination of both the Milkman's story and also our journey with clairvoyance. We meet the Den Mother, leader of the Rainbow Squirts, who tells us that the Milkman isn't ready for his cleansing milk to be delivered. Outside the house, we see agents accompanied by Boyd's sensors converging, and a full-on war begins with the rainbow squirts and the agents as the Den Mother flees into the basement, and we follow her for the boss fight to begin. I'm not gonna lie, the fight might actually be the worst part of the Milkman conspiracy. In theory, it's a really cool idea, but in practice it has some problems. There are two phases to the fight. The first is easy. The Den Mother just chucks these explosive cookies and we have to use telekinesis to throw them back at her. But once she reaches half health, she shuts off the lights and our clairvoyance comes into play. Using one of the Den Mother's knitting needles, we can use clairvoyance to see through her eyes, which can see in the dark, and we repeat the process from the Den Mother's point of view. Like I said, really cool in theory. The problem is the depth perception makes it brutally hard to actually hit the boss with the cookie boxes. So I actually played through this fight twice recently, once on the PS2 version and once on PC. And I think they made the level much easier on PC with an update somewhere, but doing it on PS2 was extremely frustrating. You'll throw boxes that hit, or at least look like they hit, and they simply
spammed the shoot button.
Do nothing. I think there was a patch that fixed some hitboxes somewhere, so just be aware of that if you're playing on an older version of the game. The fight really is the culmination of the clairvoyance journey though, because we use the skills we were taught throughout the level to take out the boss, bringing forth a flood of milk from the Milkman himself. Wait, that sounds really dirty. Just ignore that.
There's like the favorite line of mine. And the steeds shall run white with his
After defeating
rage.
the Den Mother, the Milkman wakes from his slumber to deliver milk to the people. So, we gotta actually talk about the Milkman because he looks just like Boyd. Well, probably because he is Boyd. The way I see it, the Milkman became a manifestation of Boyd's rage. The same rage we saw earlier in the memory vault, where we see him burn down the department store. And by freeing the Milkman, we have had a very real effect on Boyd in the real world. Basically, the spirit of the Milkman takes him over in real life, and he seeks to unleash his vengeance on the place that held him captive, the asylum. Within the world of the Milkman conspiracy, the Milkman rises to the battle, which is still raging outside, and he begins tossing milk Molotovs, uttering his classic catchphrase.
I am the Milkman. My milk is delicious. Special delivery today.
Destroying droves of agents and his own sensors, which probably isn't good for his brain, but I digress. Back in the real world, Boyd removes the psycho portal from his head, removing Raz from the mind, and then Boyd opens the gate to the asylum, carrying glass bottles of milk, which Raz quickly realizes are not the good kind, but the explodey kind.
Yep.
Interestingly, unlike other upcoming mines, which are relatively fixed after Raz is done with them, we have simply let out Boyd's mania as he prepares to destroy the asylum. Boyd doesn't actually get his relief until the end of the game, where he finally throws a Molotov, blowing up the building, which releases the Milkman's rage, basically exorcising him from Boyd's mind, returning him to normal. The message is clear. Don't let anger build. Let it out so it doesn't come out in explosive.
Well, for Boyd, his whole thing wasn't really anger as of right now. This is just something Coach Oleander put in his head as a hypnotic suggestion.
Manner. Or something like that. Just don't throw Molotovs, okay? The Milkman conspiracy is simply an iconic level. It's extremely fun that the only thing that
I said, Boyd right there at the end, it's not him being releasing his anger. He's literally fulfilling the purpose. He had two purposes: to make sure nobody got into the place, and if they did get into the place, then he would burn it down to hide all the evidence. Alright, so let's see what this whole thing with Deltarune is. Like I said, I've never played Deltarune. I played Undertale way back when it first came out. Hang on. No way to full screen this thing? Are you connected? Alright, hang on. begin. Hang on. Select the head you prefer. Yeah, this one, I guess. Select the torso you prefer. Select the legs you prefer. This is your body. Excellent. You have created a wonderful form. Now, let us shape its mind as your own. What is its favorite food? Pain, salty, I like sour stuff. What's your favorite blood type? Blood type? Yes, AB? I don't know. What color does it like most? Blue? Ambition, I guess? How do you feel about your creation? Let's go the usual. What about the creator? And I'll put my own name, yeah. Excellent. Truly excellent. Angel. Thank you for your time. Your answers. Your wonderful creation. Oh. Will now be discarded. Huh? No one can choose who they are in this world. Your name is Chris. Oh, hey, that's Toriel. Chris, if you do not wake up, we will be late for school. I'll wait outside for you, alright? So this is me, huh? Chris? Looks like I might have a sibling or something? A more successful sibling? It's only you. This door is locked. The trash can, somehow it's emitting a pleasant floral scent. Okay, so I use the arrow keys to move. Chris, there you are. You might be able to make it. Chris, it is a beautiful day today, is it not? I hope it stays this way when we Azrael. I wonder, after the excitement of the university, will he still enjoy coming home to this little town? Did I die? So, does everyone have an, Oh, Chris, we thought you weren't coming today. We're doing group projects this month. So walk around and find a partner, okay? Crisp! Our Bearsaurs, Tim already have a partner. Did you just give me an egg? Yo, Chris, show up earlier next time. I ended up having a partner with Snowy. I like he's turning me and saying howdy partner like a cowboy. Partner? I hardly know her. But what do you think of that one? Funny, right? No? Well, I got news for you, pal. I already got a partner. Scram. I think you're Birdo, right? Ah, Chris, late again, I see. You need a partner? Sorry, I'm already partners with the second smartest student. No, wait, Chris, now that I think about it, your unique skill set might help a lot in this assignment. Nah, I actually want to get an A. Well, fuck you too. Hey, Chris, what's up? Did you lose your pencil again? Here, you want the candy cane one or the one with the lights on? Huh? You want to be partners? Sorry, Birdly. Okay, so it's Birdly, not Birdo. Birdo is from, Mario. But I can ask Mrs. Alphys if you can make it a flip of food. Hey, what? No, I do not approve of this. Abort. Abort. What? But Chris doesn't have a... Oh, well, what were you saying? She was just saying we're fine being alone. Actually, I just want to know if... Oh, well, can you please speak up? Oh, hello. Hi, Susie. Am I late? Oh no, you're fine. We were just choosing partners for the next group project, and Susie, you're with Chris. Great. Alphys, now that everyone's here, I'll write the assignment. Has anyone seen the chalk? This is the third time it's gone missing, and you know I can't start class without some. So what, are we just gonna stand here and twiddle? If no one speaks up, everyone gets in trouble. Anyone? Please? Hey, there might be a box in the supply closet. Miss Alphys, why don't Susie and I... Good idea, Noelle. Susie, since you came in last, why don't you go get it for me? Whatever. And Chris, can you go with her and make sure she actually gets it and stays out of trouble? Alright, hang on, I gotta adjust my thing. Screen. Transform. There we go. Thanks, Chris. See you later. And why do I get pulled in all this BS? Not that one. Hang on. Let's do... There we go. It's a little bit better. Why do I get a... Did you see chalk? Chris. Didn't see you there. Hey. We didn't see anything now, just you. You can't even say? Chris. Hey. Let me tell you a secret. Quiet people. They piss me off. You think just because you don't say anything, I can't tell exactly what you're thinking? It's over. I caught Susie eating all the chalk. This was her last chance. Now she'll finally be expelled. No, I'm just thinking like how long I got until you choking me causes me to black out. Again, I gotta move my thing. Everyone's waiting for it. Everyone wants it. So, congrats, Chris. You got me. I'm done for. Just let me say one little thing. Seems like a waste to get expelled for just having a snack. So, Chris, if I know you're gonna pull the trigger, why don't I just get expelled for some real carnage? Chris, how do you feel about losing your face? Nah. Chris, you got a good mother. You'd be ashamed to make her bury her child. Alright, let's get this over with. We'll get more chalk, mosey back to class, then Chris, you'll do our project. How's that sound? Don't bother answering. If you haven't gotten it out by now, your choices don't matter. Let's go, freak. God, can you walk any slower or what? Nah, I get it. I'm not used to walking around with someone holding your hand. Come on, freak. Well, here's the closet. Too bad. We're just starting to have fun. Hey, Chris, is it me, or is it really dark in there? What, are you scared of the dark? What's the holdup, Chris? Are you gonna go in or what? Fine, if you're gonna be a wimp, we'll both go out at the same time. See? Why are you so scared? There's nothing here but a bunch of old papers. Let's try and find a light switch. That's weird. I can't find a switch. Guess it's further in. Kinda big for a closet, huh? I think we'd have reached the end by now. Hey, Chris. I think this closet's, broken. There aren't any walls. Well, we've worked hard enough. If Alphys wants chalk so bad she can get her herself. Let's split. What the? Hey, this isn't funny. Let us out. Let us... Huh? The floor, it's... What happened to me? Why did I get dripped out? At times, you see it flickering. The light, by second nature, you reach out and... Whoa. So we drop. Okay, so that turns out 2. Oh, there we go. Hey, back off. Come any closer now. Chris? Hey, don't scare me like that, dumbass. Unless you want to get clocked in the face. Anyway, enough screwing around. We gotta find a way out of here. Where is here anyway? It doesn't matter. You got us into this mess. You get us out. Lead the way, Chris. My God, never mind. You walk way too slow. I was hitting shift. Don't get mad at me. This is my programmed walk cycle. Hey, Chris, there's someone up there waving at us. Any idea what they want? Run, Chris! Oh, serpentine. Serpentine. Ow! Chris, down here. Oh. Oh, you're not dead. Sweet. Got any idea what the heck this place is? Me neither. I wonder if there's anyone in that building up there. Looks like a shop, but the door is locked and no one's inside. Running you a castle looms beneath the empty town. Black geyser and orchestra are piercing endlessly into the sky. The power of this place shines within you. Castle? Why the hell is there a castle inside a supply closet? Welcome, heroes. Who's there? Do not be alarmed. I am not your enemy. Please come forward, both of you. Welcome. I am the prince of this kingdom, the kingdom of darkness. Chris, Susie, there's a legend in these lands. A legend that one day 2 heroes of light will arrive and fulfill the ancient prophecy foretold by time and space. Please, heroes, listen to my tale. Very well then. I thought you could just say no. Once upon a time, a legend was whispered amongst shadows. It was a legend of hope, it was a legend of dreams. It was a legend of light, it was a legend of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune. Roll credits! For millennia, light and dark have lived in the balance, bringing peace to the world. But if this harmony were to shatter, a terrible calamity would occur. Sky will run back with terror. Land will crack with fear. Then her heart pounding. The earth will draw her final breath. Only then, shining with hope, 3 heroes appear at world's edge. A human, a monster, and a prince from the dark. Only they can seal the fountains. Only angels have it. Only then will balance be restored, and the world saved from destruction. Today, the fountain of darkness, the geyser that gives this land form, stands tall at the center of the kingdom. But recently, another fountain has appeared on the horizon. And with it, the balance of light and dark begins to shift.
Take it up.
Chris, Susie, thank you for listening to my long tale. It wasn't that long. I deeply believe you two are the heroes of legend. That despite whatever enemies you may face, you two have the courage to save the world. Delta Warriors, won't you please accept your destiny? What's Susie gonna say? Nah. Yep. What? Me, some kind of hero or something? You got the wrong person. But Susie, without you, the world will... So what? If the world gets destroyed, it's none of my damn business. Might even be kind of fun, honestly. And anyway, Chris, if you want to play pretend with this weirdo, stick around. I'm gonna find a way out of here. Susie, wait! What should I make this guy's voice?
The heroes are all here. Hey, and they didn't even know I was here. My dad's gonna make me son of the month.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the bad guy. You clowns want to steal our dark fountain, huh? And still picture you guys as clowns. Save the world from eternal darkness, huh? Don't try to deny it. We both know you'll go east. It's your only way home. But let's out of won't let you go there. I've got a flawless 2-step plan to ensure it. Step 1, I thrash you. Step 2, you lose. Nice plan, kid. Really? Yeah, actually, mind if I use it on you instead? Instead? Okay. Oh, Clownsy's spike is your victory. I don't know how I got next, but like, that's cool. So I got spare button and everything, so it's kind of like Undertale. I just love to get crashed. Just kidding, that's you. Oh.
Are you two okay? Allow me to introduce myself more properly. I am. Jeez, can you take off that hood? I can barely hear you under there. Alright. Hello everyone, I'm Ralsei. Chris, Susie, it's so ever wonderful to meet you. I'm sure we're gonna become great friends, and best way to leave is east, right? Yes, that's where we'll... Got it. See you at school, Chris. It's just, I suppose it's just the two of us then. Chris, I'm a prince, but I currently don't have any subjects. I've been waiting all alone here. My whole life is for you two to arrive, so I'm really happy to meet you. I hope we can be good friends, Chris. Let's try to find Susie. She must be to the southeast. You can lead the way, Chris. Oh, Chris, it's a training dummy I made. That seems like a great chance to prepare for the enemy. Would you like me to teach you how to fight? Okay, get ready, Chris. See that heart? That's your soul, the culmination of your being. Within it holds your will, your compassion, the fate of the world. He gets hit, you and your friends lose health. If everyone reaches there, we lose the battle. So, please take care to avoid the enemy's attacks. Yeah, you could say that, it's a different tale. But, you know, it did have a what might you call it, an undertale. TV more than my fuck. Oh, wait, can I play this with a controller? I can! What the hell was I doing, like... Oh my, the great door is open? No wonder Lancer was able to come through. Chris, when we soon pass through that store, our adventure will really begin. A journey foretold exactly by the prophecy. But, Chris, I believe your choices are important too. This world is full of all kinds of people, Chris. In the end, how we treat them makes all the difference. Let's try our best to get through without fighting. If you manage to do that, I believe this tale may have a happy ending. Otherwise, I fear that we may not find the result favorable. Susie should be around here too, right?
Enemies ahead, you're gonna die, saying Lancer. If you're reading this, I guess you're dead. Signed, Lancer. Oh, if it isn't my two favorite people, signed, you guys are going to in my top 5.
Lancer, where's Susie?
You mean the purple girl?
Look, fools! You're too late to stop me. What did you do?
It was so simple. She beat me up, so I ran away.
That's a bit anticlimactic. Hey, don't leave the sign. It's a working prize. You're just gonna stand there? I thought you would at least run to the right. Ah, Susie's over there. Who the hell are you?
Mamma mia, I am Top Chef. My latest cake worked on me to exhaustion. So I took a little nap, but mamma mia, a scary noise woke me up. A beast was hunched on the table, eating my cake like an animal. I spritzed it with water and hissed it out. Oh, my wonderful cake is... Chris has something like Susan. We must be going right away.
Trying to keep her out of any more trouble. The remains of a cake are still smoldering. Take a piece.
Yeah. Mamma mia, mamma Shiva.
twists and turns. Okay, Susie's definitely been this way. That ribbon is armor, Chris. It increases defense. Whoa, wait a minute. Even if you're Miami, I gotta warn ya. A purple beast is roaming around. Oh, it's just this way. Signed Lancer. Hey, don't look. This sign's private. Signed Lancer. How did you beat us here? Somehow you survived the maze, but don't count your blessings before the hatch. Let's see how fair against this team. Hey, why did you guys crash? You're totally outnumbered. Me and Team River is supported. Cool patterns there in Montreal. It's like a dinner made out of 3 glasses of milk. And that's, illegal somehow? Why don't I talk about this after the battle? Oh shit. See how much I get. You, lost, Lindsay. You get... Oh. Can I have some of yours? Oh! Fine, negative losers. And you didn't even go anywhere. So, I thought you were running away. Yeah, I finished. God. Oh, you stupid robot. Oh, it's you guys. Susie, we're ever so worried about you. How'd you get past those spikes before? Walk through. This door sucks. Aw, don't worry, Susie. It'll open after you solve the puzzle over there. Nice. Tell me when you finish it. Susie, you need you to finish it. Sometimes Physique will take all 3 of us. Furthermore, only Chris can see in the dark now. If you don't accompany us, you won't make it home. So you're saying I have to stick with you guys? Yep. Let's just get this over with. Yahoo! Susie's back on the team. Cue the fanfare. Susie joined the party. Susie follows at distance such that no one can tell she's associated. Okay, that was pretty damn funny. I just realized Susie missed the tutorial. Next up, Adam, we should show her how to act. I think she might really enjoy that.
I suppose you missed what I said. As heroes, we have the power to make a peaceful future. So from now on, try to avoid fighting, okay? What if we just took it easy? We didn't enemy, I can use my passive pistol, which can put exhausted people to sleep. Yeah, you talk too much. Hey kid, you wanna buy a tutorial? It's only $50 dark dollars. Really, you buy it? Right this way. We're sorry, we're normally puzzle guys, but we've been forced to do tutorials just to make ends meet. When the king got power, he fired everyone and replaced all the puzzle makers with him. Roxos Khan, all the puzzles, be careful. Chris Master, ask me about Chris's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm Susie Master, ask me about Susie's. Susie loves videos when she will. Nope, don't care. Can I say something funny? Chris uses warning Susan can't hit, so make sure that there's no reason to use it. Unless you want it not to hurt. So there's no reason. Susie always attacks, with a bow on top. She'll smash you with a crushing chop. She always strikes at the first thing she sees. Oh no, she's looking at me. It's a good idea to give us bucks. It'll make you happy and fill you with lux. Over there's our donation hole. We had a box, but it got stolen. Did you say that all? Did you mean for all that to rhyme, or did you just do that by accident? If you only act, you might start to think. What about the guy with the scarf and pink? If you're not acting will make the enemy friendly, then you can ask me to spare the same turn. Or cast Pacify so you'll never get tired. Also loves when you give us money. We will hug you and call you honey. Hey, that's not true. You don't need money to get me to do that. Walsy spells called Pacify. Use it on babies before they cry. What? Same thing who is tired enemy from combat. What if you're fighting a baby? Walsy has a spell that heals, dude. Why use that when you can eat food? Because you don't have to use up an item? I could have avoided all those empty calories. I'm TP Master. Ask me about TPs. TP? What's TP, he says. That's what lets you cast spells, see? When you see that orange ball, cast some spells and you fill the bar. TP, it's quite the caper. TP, it stands for toilet paper. No, it stands for tension points. What, really? TP only lasts inside a fight. Once you win, it's out of sight. Having extra feels unbearable. No point in saving. It's straight up terrible. The leftover turn, TP turn, the next one you mean I only should have only used one square?
this purpose. Then one day, all were locked away in this prison, and the lightless and devil. In Bennett, the king took up arms and raised to take revenge on the lightless and left us behind. Of course, amongst his troops, they still distantly hope for the lightless to return. Historically, this land was ruled by 4 kings, from power castles to the east. But recently, a strange night appeared, and 3 of the kings were locked away. The remaining king put him and his strange son into power.
Well, flip my flapjacks. I want them back in town. Since you last saw me several minutes ago. Hey, how you doing?
Stop talking. Ho ho ho. What is that? Why are you saying that?
Ho ho ho? That's my evil little laugh. Scary, right?
You sound like a baby Santa Claus.
You mean like in a badass way?
Shut up. This is Deltarune. It's from the same creator as Undertale. Do you really think you know how to be scary?
Well,
Man, I want to be tough guys like you really piss me off. Face it, you wouldn't know scary if I picked you up and bit your face off.
that's not true.
Oh, really? Then why don't we prove it? Let's start with the part where your face gets bit off.
Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you, purple girl. What? Thanks, it was kind of you to teach me how to be scary with an evil laugh.
Hey, I wasn't.
And now, you're going to get thrashed. Merry Christmas!
I guess it's that kind of an improvement. Too young. Have a red panda bit. Okay, Susie's just gonna be on the attack the whole time. Oh, look, Chris, another puzzle. Oh no. Let's read the instructions. Last rolls have never begun now. step into the light, you'll return to where you were before. Okay, so it looks like it goes 1, 2. So you can use that to keep Susie from killing anybody. Hey Lancer. The halfway point to our castle. Yeah, Precious. That's a shame. You won't make it a step further, because my guys are about to smash you in the blood. Lots of blood. Lucian blood. Very good. Is that a bucket? Why do you ask me? Yeah, you are good at scaring people. I'm as scary as you. Want to be like that? Yeah. No, that's stupid. But, your laugh isn't awful. Saying you turn to some blood is, what the hell is up with the bucket? What's up with the blood in? Oh. Yeah, I'm not, supposed to make a mess. Anyway, thanks for your feedback. I feel like it's scary. No problem, I guess. So you guys gonna attack us, or... Oh, yeah! I was so excited I forgot to bring any guys. But next time, it'll be the for. Hey! Who's it calling you guys clowns? Do you have an official name or something? Oh, Chris, we should come up with a name. No, we shouldn't. As I said, everyone puts a name in the bucket. Alright, everyone put their entries. The person you can choose. I do like you don't care. It's okay. Dad must be very cool. Can you guys consider a different name? Also, you don't have to be in our squad. This is gonna get a little... Damn it! Read the patterns. Okay. Oh jeez, that's a lot of enemies.
Move there, horsey. Bondmen are scary, but they're all doing is following the king. Us on the board have used our own boss. Those are peaceful times, but now even the boss has been reduced to the king's peon. You're not. We, unlike simple bondmen, facility over actions. I, Mr. Society, am far too intelligent to bow down to such a tyrant. Unless he asks me, he's very scary to see. Well, step on my boots if it's the name I'm not allowed to say. You boys or girls better turn back when you still can. Lancer, what is it this time? I'm simply warning you. Something extremely dangerous is lying ahead. It's actually really inconvenient. Ha! I can't go home because I'm so scared. What is it? Oh, hey, little guy. That's what you're afraid of? Wow, Purple Girl, you aren't scared? Why would I be? What's it gonna do? Well, normally... Oh, he got kinged. What the hell? He crushes people to death, I think. You just know somebody, like, turned on by this thing, right? Out of this with the grippers. Is that milk? Was that like a carton of like oat milk? Now again. Ah, watch out for the sniffer. It just rolls off. We did it? Wow, you clowns really are heroes. You saved the next 20 minutes of my life. Yeah, I'm pretty great, huh? Susie, not to downplay your contributions, but you didn't actually help at all. You only made everything worse by attacking it. If you had just acted nice to it in the first place, you could have avoided that entire battle. Are you for real? Right before that, you ate an innocent person's cake. Cakes are also my enemy. Or else he's like, really, motherfucker? Susie, whether you like it or not, you're a hero. Only the power bring peace to the future. Susie and Sue gonna fight them. Now let's just be kinder, okay?
this old thingamajig for you. Some kind of door that can take you anywhere you want in the world, as long as that's one of 2 locations. Anywho, keep working on it, and anything to help you out, kid. Oh, hello. Rabbit slithered away. Oh, there you two are. Susie, you Lancer. What was with the silk gold hero? Finally ready to see what happens when you try and act soft. Is the team crushes anyone away? Dark Jack Lancer. Finally act Susie. Together we are the Dark. So what's your evil plan? Huh? Dude, we're just formed our team. We haven't done anything past our intro yet. Have a little patience, please. Yeah, God, or else they barely came up with a name for the group. Oh, sorry. We're looking forward to the rest. Well, you won't have to look forward for long. Starting now, we're gonna be working ceaselessly, unstoppably, to make evil plan thrash you clowns. Got your backs and your fronts. It's like Susie's just kind of playing into this because that's how like everybody views her, and you know the idea that she wants to be seen as the bad guy. Maybe I'll run into Sean again. How's the evil scheme going? Huh? Oh, that? Yeah, got bored. Now we're having a snack. I see. Come on, all I ate for breakfast is chalk. And I didn't eat anything. Sorry, what do you have it exactly? Just a daily treasure I hid in this stumped orifice. And that is... feast for yourself, my main man. You guys do want to try it? Some honey pod salsa inside there. Covered something, not HP, just something. What's in this? I don't know. Shouldn't have. Ow! And just a little ball. I don't want to discuss anything. You folks look like heroes. Take the scarf from his chest and defeat the king. Besides, it's old, ragged, and doesn't fit me anymore. That's what chests are for. A kind of hand-me-down situation here. need this. Two halves of a hole in the end. Okay, so we got diamond. So diamond, no more diamond. Looks like the order of the symbols is red, black, red. Okay, so it's red, black, red. So it's not this combo. That combo. Oh, hello. Symbol puzzle, why should we care? None of the symbols are clubs. So none of the symbols are clubs. First symbol is a heart. There we go. Okay, so it's a spade, diamond, spade, diamond. Dice brace. Bow wow, break the box for a bracelet. Bow wow, it will boost your benefits.
my birthday today, and you didn't even say hello? It's fine, actually. Go up and say hi, folks. Shut up. They don't deserve us. What would you like for your birthday? Let's have a nice chat. As for gift. Like, sports? A big sale stands quietly. The power of recurring big sale shines within. Interested in Choco Diamond? All proceeds go to root and relief funds, I guess. Only 40. Cards, don't it? I mean, is it really getting cheated? How should we split this challenge? I'll take the blood and you take the skin. Hey Mask, how's one donut fit into your plan? Our real plan to allocate for delicious treats. Am I being made fun of? Like I said, they are two halves of a whole idiot. Here, Mac, I'm gonna go pee.
I just realized he's at one of those rubber hammers. I think it's called a Pico Pico hammer. What the hell? Before the king came on, all I used to eat the leaves that was cheap. Now I still do that. There's the way of the worm. What, they all like dancers? Oh, woe was me, rows and rows of woes and woes. I really love how Ralsei like has like that I'm so done with this shit face. Just fill up the most beautiful thing you can think of. Create a machine to thrash your own ass, presented by Lancer Industries, which is new just right now. Trick you idiots. Never do something else. Just the like realization. Guys, this simple plan sucks ass. Oh, hello. Ah! This is where we find out The real truth that birds are not real. Revolve around the center and look carefully. The darker it gets, the more you can see. Somehow Prince Lance has made real friends of the Lightner. Someone should tell the king immediately. But it's definitely not gonna be me. How's the thrash machine design going? The what machine? Machine? You had a whole sequence about it? Oh, that, yeah. We'll make it at the last minute. You two should really start working on it earlier. What's with the lecture? I didn't come here for a second, Dad. Yeah, you tell him. Beware yourselves of force aids. You'll probably get completely lost without someone who knows the way through, that is. Oh, I'll see. Okay, so don't follow Lancer. Hey, Susie. Wait a second, where's Lancer? Well, he wasn't going the right way, so... You let him wander off by himself? You know he's bad at mazes, right? He's probably lost and confused right now. I'm lost and confused! Sorry, Susie. We didn't want to make you worry about him. Huh? Look, I'm not worried about him. That guy's gotta look out for each other is all. Anyway, get out of my way, I'm gonna find him. Middle. Oh, it's the duck? Chris, isn't that the machine we designed? Oh, that's not good, actually. Oh, you think that's bad? Just wait! Let's see what happens when it... Your design sucks so bad, we blew it up. Ah, I see. So, what's your plan going to be? Turns out we didn't need a plan, just a rule. Anyone gets in our way gets crushed in the dust. Doesn't crushing us seem a little counterproductive? You see, I know I can't get back without you guys, but being a good guy really isn't my style. So I thought a little way we can settle this. If you can beat me, then I'll go back to being a good guy. But if you lose, you guys will have to become bad guys with us and do whatever we say. Go to sleep, Susie. You could braid your hair, and it became all fully convinced. What's wrong, dude? I accidentally started liking the enemies. I seem to just make me so soft now. Well, you didn't beat us because you kinda cheated by ganging up on Lancer with kindness. If I have to, I guess I'll go back to your side. Don't expect me to do anything but fight. Well, we're happy to have you back, Susie. Yeah, let's just hurry up and go home. Susie? Does this mean we aren't a team anymore? Huh? Of course we're still a team. You can, be a part of the shit squad, we'll call it. Wait, what if I hang up the good guys then? Can we still have monogram team jackets? Yeah, Rossi will make them. Huh? Okay, sure. Why the sudden Chad face? Wow, this is cool. I've never been on such a big team before. Don't you have a legion of various guys? Yeah, but my dad forced them to listen to me, so they don't actually like me very much. We don't need these clowns anymore. Just chill with us. Hey! Or aye. Man, I'm still hungry. So nothing I eat here matters. Just steal some more money for the bake sale, I guess. I was thinking of baking a cake later. What's the catch? You have to stop making fun of me for one? Pass. Look, Susie, a candy tree. Hell yeah.
Damn, the last piece is too high to reach. Worry not, Susie. I have a special transformations for time like this. Really? Watch and learn, team. Look, stool for me. All you did was put your hands on the ground. Hey, don't act so jealous. Got it. Ooh, tell me what tastes like. Huh? You haven't had it before? Oh, I mean, I've always wondered what it's like, but I'm not allowed to pick it for myself. Well, you tell me what it tastes like. You giving it to me? I thought you were hungry. I changed my mind. Candy, join the team. Alright already. So what's it taste like? Yum, yum, yum. Tastes like friendship. What's that taste like? Like my teeth are disintegrating. That's actually bad. Yeah, but thank you for sharing. You're a good friend. Well, you too, I guess. Walking along with you guys feels nice. Like I'm doing something important. That's because you're alongside the Lightners, Lancer. Our purpose, Darkner's purpose, is to assist them. It's the only way we can feel truly fulfilled. Really? But my dad hates Lightners. He wants to... Does your dad seem happy? I'm, not sure. Hey, let's ditch the weird purpose talk. Probably just glad you ate a weird berry. Yeah, I'm still a boost from the juice. I mean, look, I'm not from here, and hanging out like this, I also feel kinda, you know, happy? Psh, nah. Maybe. Look, everyone, we can see the castle. Yes, that's where I live. Me and, my dad. What's that black thing emerging from the top? That's the fountain, Susie. If we can get there, you and Chris will finally be able to go home. Jeez, took long enough. Chris, Lancer, let's go. I don't think Lancer wants us to go. Are you sure there isn't another way home? The fountain's being guarded right now. If we try and go there, we might get hurt and... What? Come on, Lancer. No one's gonna beat a team like us. If anyone gets in the way, all we gotta do is crush them. But, what if you had to fight? Everybody leaves, right? Don't worry about it. Whoever it is, they'll be blown to the ground before you can blink. But, Susie... What? I think I need to go. Huh? When are you gonna be back? Never. Hey, wait a second, Lancer. Why are you acting so weird? Susie, wait. I think it's because, like, Lancer realized we might have to fight his dad. Ouch! Remember the 5 G's of dodgeball. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge. Ow! Ow! Motherfucker! Okay, remember, duck. 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 Fuck. Lancer. Hey, what are you doing? We've cornered them. Wait. You poor Lightners. We were told to keep you in prison for eternity. Too bad. Would have loved to see you guys punished. Ah. Well, this is a fine how do you do, isn't it, Chris? Prison for eternity. It sounds like might take a while. And Susie, where's Susie? We have to find her, Chris, before she gets hurt. Or, hurts someone else. Maybe something can escape within here?
Perpetuate. Your health was mossed out. Well, it's all the green stuff in the mouth. We don't make it for some reason, then I just wanted to say, I'm glad I was able to meet. Hey, idiots! You shut up. I'm trying to concentrate. Susie, where are you? I don't know. Prison? Seriously though, I'm out of my cell. Let's talk the warden to give me the keys. Susie, really? How? I invited him to visit the trash can. Anyway, there's a puzzle in my way. Okay, solve it, Susie. I don't do puzzles. Hey, how about we just sit tight and wait for Lancer? He lives in the castle. He's bound to come save us. Why don't Chris and I help you solve the puzzle? Look, I don't need your help. But if you said what to do out loud, you know, I wouldn't stop you. Chris, tell Susie what to do. Got a diamond. Okay, so we're gonna add a spade. Add a diamond. Okay, so we want to do spade, swap. Okay, so you sure know what you're doing? Not really. Okay, so we have to keep that one a spade. There we go. Chris, are you worried about Susie? No, regardless of how you feel, I don't think it would hurt to take a moment, close your eyes, and think about what she's doing now. Alright, out of the cell. Where to next? You say something right there? I can't hear that anymore. That's Lancer's voice. Dang, not another one of these. Maybe I should go back and ask Chris. Make sure they... Lancer. I'll just do it myself. I understand they had to stay in their cell. The Lightners can't be allowed to escape, especially the purple one. Lancer? Susie? What are you doing here? Lancer, Chris and Ralsei are still locked up. I know. I was the one who told my troops to put you down here. To keep you down here. Forever. Lancer, you wanted to get rid of us? I thought we were a team. I can explain, Susie. Nah, it's fine. It's fine, actually. You don't have to say anything. I get it. I get it, you know? Why would anyone want to be my friend anyway? Susie, that's not... Shut up. Bunny, shut up. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. No. Did you not hear me? Man, I tried to warn you. So don't expect me to feel guilty when they have to clean you off the floor. Want to see what happens at tables? They get crushed. He doesn't want us to leave because he doesn't want to be alone. Susie, you missed. I don't want to kill you, man. Just move, please. But Susie, if I let you guys go, then you and my dad will fight and you'll kill each other. At least if you stay here, neither of you will get hurt. Then I won't kill him, promise. Me and him will just, talk it out, peaceful style, you know? I don't think my dad would like that. Hey, Lancer, come on. We're a team, right? Nothing can stop us, fighting or not. Yeah, and you're right. We might as well try. I can help too. I'll go talk to my dad, ripen him up. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. I'll head over right now. Susie? Yeah? Are we still friends? Huh? Of course. I mean, if you want to be. Phew. See you. How am I gonna get past his dad like that? Come on, I'll figure something out. There's some things that you can't Hey. Susie, you came to save us. I knew you had the heart of a hero. Yeah, don't push your luck. Alright, this lift should take us out of here. Now, it might take a while, so... get comfy, everyone. Hey, Ralsei. You know Lancer's dad, the king? Yes? We meet him. You think we'll have to hurt him? Susie? I mean, I could easily smash him, but... You know, guys, I know it's not really your thing. You're more like, grabbing total losers. And I was thinking maybe I could do that too. Susie, you mean you want to try acting? Well, Susie, we'd be happy if you acted with us. And don't worry, we'll be there to help you. You won't have to figure it out by yourself. Sure, alright. Hey, Ralsei. Susie, are you still gonna make those cakes? Well, please stop making fun of me. Well, if I had to, I guess. I'll make you as many as you like, alright? Yeah, I don't think you can make that many, dude. Nice little character growth from Susie. Hey Chris, wait a sec. You know, I'm starting to realize it'll be easier for us to get out of here if we all get along a little more. So next time we fight an enemy, if you tell me what to do, I'll listen to you. But, you know, don't tell me anything stupid, or I'll go back to smashing heads, alright? Chris, I'm counting on you, okay? Susie joined the party for real. Yeah, a nice little subversion of expectations. Said that to me before. That's a door. We sold all our beds to replace them with treasure. The back hurts, but life has never been better. So the worms have decided to crawl out and play. Who's there? Those trolls! I am a Marxist cop, ready to set up myself. I'll protect those past all these other criminals. But those who are weak will by other weakness. That was your god damn it. That was the most intimidating puzzle they had. Just that simple. God damn it. So, come here, head he felt awkward and left. Hey, get back here and let me flirt with you. Every booked-on girl ever.
puzzle. This was a mechanic. No. Anthony is just transcendent. There's like a waterfall, Batman or Anthony felt on the line. Oh my goodness, I can't do it yourself. He says this few lines in which are deeply enamored. Well, you're back. Those guys really think that was all I had. Wrong! If you're tapping into my real power, behold my ultimate puzzle! How about you? Ah, gullible worms, that wasn't really my ultimate puzzle. I have a way better one right here. Can we see it? No. Again, I love the humor in this game series. Didn't you just try and like buy stuff from me, or? Write about yourself. I am the Duke of Puzzles. My hobbies include calligraphy, lawn-keeping, bug-keeping cages, and lock rocks in the dungeon. Artist is one of my admirers. Why tell to us? Stand by the mass forms. My Lord King art a cruel, terrifying monarch. However, he is also brilliant, for he decided to appoint me as Duke of Puzzles. After pretty much everyone was fired and are placed inside a cage. His son, on the other hand, is more troublesome than a fistful of fleas. He always asks me the worst queries, and calls me his lesser dad. Our relation is none, you little water beetle. I placate you for your father's sake. I do not wish to hear your MP3s. Bicycle lovingly tucked into the bed. Oh, this is Lancer's room, looks like. Enough worms. Now we have cheated him to go through my puzzles, but it come about now should be scattered about. Come, please, prepare then. For battle with whatever this is. It's the same. Susie, you wanna act? Oh, what's your idea? Well, how do I say this? I kind of need you for this one. That's fine, Susie, I'll help. You want me to apologize for... Nah, I just need you to sit still. Chris, you gotta get that crown off its head. How many throw balls you at it?
glad that they're not taking damage. Why, brilliant, just brilliant! I knew you could do it. No, it's yours now. Now see it, that was merely a friendly test of my abilities. Now hustle on, and nothing quite like that. I personally could not be less of an obstruction. But you, luck be with you, heroes. What a wimp. Hey Lancer, what's up? Father! Lancer, my son. Have you dispatched the Lightners as I commanded? No, but I did even better. It turns out we don't actually have to fight them. They said they could just talk to you and... They're alive? Yes, and I think you're like them a lot. There's Susie, she's purple and strong, and... Where are they now? Hey, it's nice to meet you. Lancer, my son. Yes, father? You remember what I told you? Don't get too attached. Free yourself, Lancer. They care not for you. Only goals to destroy our glorious fountain. They are scum. No, they aren't. What did you say? Let him go. You want me to let him go? Then how about this? I'll drop him off the edge and let him splatter, unless you all kneel and learn your place. What will it be, Lightners? Don't listen to him, Susie. He'll... Now watch, Lancer. See what happens when you befriend Lightners. What the? You traitor, come back here! Alright, enough already. Who the hell do you think you are? To my people, I am a hero. To you, I'm the bad guy. Alright, listen up. Lancer's my friend, so if we can get by without hurting you, then if I perish, so be it. Show my son the monster you really are. Alright, you want to see what I can do, huh? You might not realize it, but in this world, you don't have to fight. I know if we try, we can find another way. You left us in the shadows, stripped of me. Silence, Lightbringer. Your very existence goes against our own. By the night's will, I will shatter your heart to pieces. The night that pulls a fountain from the air. Holy fountain, whose shadows are creating the new world. Our world. You see our new purpose. Abandoned by his lightness, his heart being cracked with hatred. Cannot be reasoned that don't give up. Then you may see what it's like to live in despair. Now, not talk. Fall behind the chain of justice. Seems that my knight, I shall not fail you. Enough is enough. I see I cannot defeat you. I'm grown exhausted from our long battle. Lightners, perhaps I have been too cruel. The truth is, I was not always this way. There was once a time when darkners and lightners lived in harmony. A time when darkness could fulfill their purpose in peace. It'd be a lie to say that I too do not yearn for those days. Perhaps you young ones are right. Please, let us put away our weapons. I'm glad glad you're starting to realize, Mr. King. None of us really want to fight. If you can just tell us about your worries, I'm sure we can all be friends, Mr. King. My apologies, I am not used to fighting like that. My body is getting weak. He's gonna heal him, and then he's gonna betray us. Yep, knew it. Curse your sudden yet inevitable betrayal. I say you can get up. Yes. I'll spare me the heroics. You're the leader, aren't you? Can't even say, young one, let me tell you a secret. Quiet people piss me off. Hey, get away from my friend. Or what? Surely you must realize how exhausted I am, Lightning. Any hit from you could kill me. Why not do it? Kill me and show my son how much you really care. Nah. So what's your plan then? To talk me to death? You stupid, stupid Lightning. You honestly think you have any way to convince me not to kill you? Just wait a second. For what? Huh? Why am I suddenly so sleepy? Why, you sweet little pumpkin. Hey Chris, you alright? That was close, Susie. I'm surprised you remembered my pacify spell. Hey, come on. I never forget something I made fun of you for. Chris, Susie, I'm sorry. Because I healed the king, we almost... Susie, you were right. I was foolish to think we could act so soft to everyone. This isn't a world where kindness always wins, is it? It's complicated. Yeah, sometimes the people you gotta fight. But if you never let your guard down, then... you might just hurt someone you care about, too. Everyone, you're okay! Lancer, hey! Sorry, I kinda beat up your dad. That's okay, it happens. Oh, it even looks like he's having a beauty nap. That's good, he seemed cranky. Man, you sure can't say that again. Lancer, what's that noise? Oh, I actually came to warn you, clownings. I informed the guys you were fighting my dad, but instead of eagerly volunteering to help you, everyone just got caught the freakouts. Now they appear to be, breaking through the door to the throne room. Well, that's not the best. Chris, Susie, it seems that you must hurry back to the fountain. No time for goodbyes, huh? Yes, of course, no goodbyes. We're bad guys, so we only have bad buys. You learned a lot, huh? Only from the best of the worst. Okay, I'll go stop the door. Later, dude. Susie, Chris, if we must say goodbye, then I just wanted to say I really enjoyed meeting you two, and hey, you can stop mumbling in your hat for a second. Can barely hear you, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Chris, Susie, I hope I can see you again soon. Okay, it looks like you might be... I'll make you lots of yummy cakes, alright? You might be female, but I'm not sure. Yeah, sure, dude. Let's go, Chris. Is this the fountain? Don't know how, but it feels like we stumbled into something really important, didn't it? Well, There's no time to think about it. Right now, it's time to go home. Right, Chris? As you stood in front of the fountain, you felt something strange. It was as if your very soul was glowing. What happened? I can't see anything. Hey, watch it! Huh? The unused classroom? How did we get here? Is that supposed to be a handsome Squidward up there? Hey, Chris. What just happened? No, that's not handsome Squidward, that's bold and brash. That wasn't a dream or anything, was it? Anyway, as I was saying, let's just tell Office we couldn't find any chalk. Man, the sun's already setting. Everyone must have gone home by now. Guess Office will know better than to ask us next time. Well, guess we should go. See you later, I guess. Chris? Let's go back there tomorrow, alright? Nice to see her, like, actually opening up and being nice. Ring ring! Chris? Whatever have you been doing? I sat in the car waiting for you after school for half an hour. I called and you never picked up. You had your poor mother worried sick. Chris, I am afraid I'm gonna have to punish you. Huh? A friend? You're spending time with a friend? Chris, I'll make an exception this time. When you continue adventures a little longer, when you return home, you're going to have to go to bed early. See you soon. Library. Oh, hey, Beardly. Birdly.
Chris, you and Doozy survived. I was getting worried. Now you can finally pay off your family debt. How to Draw Dragons is 2,583 days overdue. However, Chris, I being the benevolent volunteer assistant, if you turn in this week, I'll reduce your fine to a mere $64. Consider it, Chris.
Chris, what's up? Caddy's working, so I'm starting on our project. I've already copied a bunch of pictures. It's the same picture of a soccer ball 73 times.
Gotta go college. So temp-steppy. Hard.
She's reading a comic full of hot demon guys. I love reading books, especially the books upstairs. You should really read them. Dog making a computer game? Seems like when the game is finished you can go in. You just have to trust the dog. So that's Toby. One thing I do know is like Toby uses like the dog avatar. Hey punk, get out of the road! You're blocking traffic. Oh wait, it's just Asgore's kid. Sorry, I'm a little worked up lately. This job is so boring. Nothing ever happens this town. I wish something would shake things up. Huh? You got something to report? You wanna help me? Sure, punk. Get someone to rob the bank so I can suplex them. Wait, do we even have a bank? Hey, get someone to build a bank. Alphys? Who's Alphys? No idea what you're talking about. Why, did they do something illegal? Wait, so... Alphys, the school happened. How am I supposed to get past this blue lady? I'm stuck. I guess I should just run away. So, the way they said who's Alphys, but we saw Alphys clearly in the Oh, it's you. Are you here to play the piano again? The patients can't hear it well from here, but I personally enjoy it. Knocked on the door to the police station. Someone's coming up to the window. They just closed the blinds. Police tape is blocking the way. Tape simply reads, "Nyah." Wait, did Papyrus write that? Police Chief Undyne is supposed to be directing traffic, but all she's doing is just standing in the middle of the street saying, "Get out of my way." Chris, what a pleasant surprise to see you here, and on a school day. Must be a reason that you came here such a time. I, Father Alvin, implore you, if you have anything weighing on your mind, please speak. If you want some of our sick fruit juice, you should come to our service. Our choir sounds a bit thinner since your brother went away. It would be wonderful if you would sing with us, or even participate in any extent, instead of just trying to drink the fruit juice. Crystal, a snowy gemstone for a proud mother. Garrison, renowned historian, author, and teacher. Muddler, a big bone for the leader of the pack. Shira, a karaoke microphone for a brave singer. The mayor's charisma is about 0. Nope, it's negative. But she works hard and has a good track record, so she runs unopposed. That's politics, rarely. I'm sorry. The mayor's busy right now. If you need to see her, please try causing some terrible crisis. Hey, shortstop. Why would you possibly need to talk to the mayor? Your allowance too low, ate too much candies, lost your Fibby in the wash. Hey, Sans! Hey, look who's walking around. How are you, kid? Great to see you again. Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it? Especially considering I've never met you before. Name's Sans. Sans is Skeleton. I'm new in town. What's up? Behind me? Yeah, it's a grocery store. Unfortunately, it's closed. What a pain. I really want to buy some milk. Somehow I complain to the guy who runs it. We just moved here, so I hardly know anyone. Oh, you got anyone I should know better? Whoa there, Tiger. You can't just jump straight into friendship. It takes time. Alright, that's enough time. Take this. Call it whenever you need. Your mother, huh? Too late. I already befriended your mom last night. She's great. Came to the store to buy chocolate kisses. Said she's gonna lock the doors to stop you from reading it. Alphys, yeah, I know about her. Came into the store with suit placing sunglasses. Thought she was part of the mob. Stuffed with horns and noodles, painting small bells, and slunk out of the place. Pajamas trailing on the floor. Hey, bud. Are you busy tomorrow? I need some help with something. It'd be great if you could come over. I live just next door, you know. Wow, you answered quickly, huh? That's not good. I'm a total stranger. You should probably hesitate more. Oh, so Papyrus is the younger brother. Alright, Papyrus is in there. Are you human lives at the top of town? My mommy told me about you. Does it hurt to be made out of blood? Yo, Chris, you fighting Susie, huh? I mean, I never saw her beat anyone up, but I'd be careful. Like one time, me, Snowy, and Jockington were playing handball, and she just kept creepily watching us from the corner. Then when the ball rolled over to her, she just froze solid and kicked the ball as hard as she could, right into Alpha Undyne's car. Then Undyne came down smiling, cracked her knuckles, and totally wiped us at handball. Woo, you're lucky, Chris. You got a missed class with Alphys. It's not fair. If I skipped class, my dad never let me hear the end of it. That's actually not even remotely funny. Oi, Snowy, what'd I tell you about knocking the door so hard? Don't do it. It really got hurt your face. We don't have arms. Okay, that's a great setup. Great setup for a joke. You think he's saying don't knock so hard? You're alive. Nice. I'm working. Ice me up, boss. Icy's Pizza. So all the employees are trying to draw people into the business they can't go into because everyone's outside. Wonderful business model. Little Chrissy, what's up? Give Aunt Caddy a hug. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm not even actually your aunt. Oh my god, can I talk to you about something? Actually, like anything though, your choice. Ooh, how's Caddy doing? I have no idea. We like totally can't connect at all. Yesterday I asked if she wanted to hear me play the ukulele. She said no, and then she like told me my playing is an anti-blessing from planet hell. Wouldn't that mean it's good? An anti-blessing? Oh, well. No, you're right. What the heck, Chrissy? That's so cute. I love my fricked up little sis. Oh my god, Azriel, like, what a cutie pie. Do you remember when me and him went to the dance? That was like the best night ever. Even though I spilled out the entire punch bowl over him. And danced inappropriate in front of your mom. And got arrested in the parking lot for making a scene. That was so much fun. Tell him I said hi. Like, that green girl next door? Oh my god, Chrissy, she's like my life villain. Like the other day, I went to go see Cat Petters 2, and the only other person in the theater was her. Then I went to QC's and ordered a cappuccino, and she's like already drinking one. She's such a copycat. A copy gator? Copysaurus Copodile? I DK, she sucks. Hey neighbor baber. When's your brother gonna come by? Dog gonna bum by. Chrissy likes us. Hello, see. What's up? Did you want to talk about something? Ugh, that chick next door drives me nuts. I keep seeing her everywhere I go. She's a total copycat. Like, why though? She doesn't realize she'll never be me. Honestly, her family is like so trashy. Once her sister served me a coffee and I swear I was hat Kaffa. I swear, get a hairnet, girl, like, for your whole body. Remember that time you wanted to hang out with us big kids? I was like, yeah, of course, just get some burgers. Then, like, amazingly, you actually got them. So I told you to go back and get some french fries too. And a dozen miniature cakes. They were so good. I ate like 6. Then I like got so sick I had to go home. Man. So like, anyway, Chris, are you busy? Okay. To Dad's truck. Huh. Hello, Papa. Dum-dee-dum. Oh, is someone there? Just a moment. I'm almost finished watering these flowers. Here we are. Oh, Asgore has like a dad bod now. Oh, Chris. Kind of
reminds me of Greg Universe. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot if you don't like cuts like that. Well, now, make yourself at home, Chris. You can help yourself to anything you like. Say, Chris, I was thinking, perhaps when Azrael comes home, we could all go to dinner, just like old times. My treat. Doesn't that sound yummy? Hey, these are the 7 flowers. From, like, the first Undertale. Yes, these flowers are still kicking. Quite hard to take care of in this climate. Oh, Chris, before you go. Here, for your mother. All secret. You got a bouquet of flowers. Have a great day, Chris. Oh, these two. Nothing better than hanging out with a lake with my best bro, watching the waves go by. True. Welcome home, honey. Did you have fun with playing with your friend today? By the way, I just finished baking a pie. You go to bed, it'll be cold when you wake. But do not eat all this time, alright? Or eat it all this time. Oh, Chris, flowers for your mother? How sweet. These are from him, aren't they? Well, worry not, Chris. I will find some place for them. So her and Asgore are no longer together. Remember that video game you and Azrael used to play? What was it called? Super Smashing Fighters? When he was very little, he loved the Green Lizard from that. He even had a birthday party for him themed around it. Until the next day, your father cooked them all for breakfast. Someday soon, you'll be off to university as well. So yeah, it looks like they're separated again. I guess it makes sense, because if you look in the background of the flower shop, hello. Okay, this is creepy. Okay. That's supposed to be our soul, right? So, I do know Undertale is, even though we're Chris, was that technically Kara as well?
Because you guys don't know, in Undertale there was like multiple characters. There was Kara.
When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow and the places that you know seem like fantasy, there's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
To be continued. So if I remember right, like part 1, part 2 are free. I have those, but then like everything after that. So we're actually gonna call it there for right now. Let's just see if we can save it. Okay, yeah, we can end here. Alright. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go raid out. We're gonna say hi to Chelsea. She's rarely on Sundays. I think she... Don't know why she's on today, but we'll go say hi to her. Alright, y'all, have a good one. Stay safe, be good to each other. I'll probably be back on Tuesday with some more Deltarune. I'm probably not gonna buy any PlayStation games up until this whole thing goes on. Anyway, y'all, have a good one. Why is she not coming up as a raid suggestion? No, that's why. Why is it saying the raid's in progress and not showing me shit? Oh, that's why.